my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my heart.
What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into global Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle in order to make my first tier list. This is going to be for the month of February. In case you guys don't know how this works, this is all based around my opinion. There's 100%, stats and numbers and percentages and effects and all that stuff. But there's only opinion-based best overall units. So if somebody tells you this is the best overall unit, it is simply their opinion. Because how do you rate what is best overall? Where do you put the more weight? Do you put weight on how many categories they're on? Do you put weight on how good is their leader skill? Do you put weight on how good is their link set? Do you put weight, like what weighs more in rating your character? Is it beating Super Battle Road? Is it beating Infinite Goku event or the Legendary Goku event? Is it beating Infinite Dragon Ball History? Is it speed running Battlefield and just, blasting through it? Is it doing well in the World Tournament? Is it absolutely like coming untouched out of events? Is it healing? Is it doing damage? What is it that you think is better? Because there is no character that does it all. Right? There's characters that do certain aspects really, really well. A lot of aspects really, really well. But there's no one character that, in my opinion, stands above all. Even with the Super Vegito and Super Gogeta, I think they're balanced. I think they're very good cards that came out balanced. Because they could have been made broken. If Vegito had counters, then it would have been GG. Like, it would have been absolutely GG, right? But he didn't. So, he came out balanced, right? So, again, that's for JP. This is for global. As you can see, I put the free-to-play LRs already down at the bottom because this list just has them all mixed in. So I was like, let me get those out of the way. And I'm actually kind of doing like a little funny, I guess it's funny to me. It's not that funny. But this is, let me agree that. We're going to go all the way from the top, Zeno tier. So in case you guys don't know, Zeno-sama, he is the, the god, I guess, of it's Zeno, right? It's not Zeno. I always mess that up. Zeno. He is the god of Dragon Ball Super, so he is, the one above all, essentially. So this tier is going to be like the characters that are just, if you have them, you can clear pretty much everything, right? Then we're going to have Grand Priest tier, which most of you guys are going to know as like S tier. So this is going to be like really solid, some of the best LRs in the game. Goddess Destruction, really solid. This is going to be like A tier. Like, holy crap, this is really good. Supreme Kai tier, pretty darn good. You're still going to be happy you got him. Pretty darn good. King Kai tier, okay, yeah, it's not bad. Pretty good. Okay. Like, yeah, this balanced for sure. King Yama tier, you're not going to see too many uses for him, to be honest. And then Psyche Demon tier. Just like, yeah, not great. Now, I'm going to be basing this off of overall, and the way that I'm going to base it is I'm going to try to take every category that I mentioned. How good is their leader skill? How many categories are they on? How good is their link set? What's their passive do? How good do they do in Super Battle Road? How good do they do on Legendary Goku event? How much damage do they take on harder events? How much damage do they output, etc. I'm going to try, I'm basing it all around there. So it may be different from yours, all right? It may be wildly different from yours. And guess what? I'm probably going to change my mind too. Like 100% I'm going to change my mind. So to start it off, I guess we'll start off at the bottom. And I think there's really only one LR at this point who will start off at the bottom. And that's this LR Broly. That is LR Broly. LR Strength Broly. So we're talking about Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. I believe he was actually the first LR to come out on Global, if I remember correctly. He is great for the World Tournament. Still probably the best card you could bring for the World Tournament. but he has shown his age, particularly because when performing a super attack, he gives himself 80,000 attack, but he lowers his defense by 20,000. He launches an additional super attack, which is awesome. The problem with this is that he just puts his defense down so low. Now, that doesn't matter as much anymore because when you have like 170%, defense, and you're giving yourself, he's got what, 13,619 defense. So when you're, multiplying that by 170%, and then you have like support type leads and whatnot, your defense is going to be, probably over 100,000, and you're going to drop it down by like 20,000. And so it'll be like 80,000. So that's still not bad. But again, it's like you will be getting hit very hard still. Like he's got no defensive links. It's just all attack all the time. So you can kind of hide him in certain spots to do more attack. But that also lies the problem of his attack is pretty darn high, right? 23,480. But you can only really rely on the percentage-based leader skills, 170%, the boost skills, link skills and whatnot, because that 80,000 attack, all right, let's just say that your attack is 200,000 attack. That's going to put him up to 200,080. So that's a decent amount. But it's not as much as if he got an extra 100%, right? Or 150%, or whatever the case is. So that's where he kind of falls short. And yeah, I didn't want to put him as that low of a tier because he could still be useful. I don't even know if I should put him on this lower tier, but I'm going to leave him there for now. And I'll figure it out if I want to keep him there. Now, someone else who I almost feel like could probably be in that tier. I think I'm actually going to... Do I want to put him on that tier? No, let me put him above the tier. This is going to be LR Cell with the Cell Juniors. So I'm not 100% sure if he should be on a lower tier, if he should be on the Broly's here, because this is what this guy does, right? He raises attack, causes mega colossal damage to an enemy. That's good. I believe what his 12 key does, or his 18 key does the his 18 key, yeah, raises attack. Okay, so they both do mega colossal. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. What is this? Causes, nope, 12 key causes colossal damage to all enemies. Yeah, all right. So attack and defense 90% at start of turn, plus an additional 1 key and 10% attack per existing enemy. So that means that he gets weaker the longer the fight goes on, which is never good. Like, I'm just not a fan of that at all. I might actually... So, his links, Messenger from the Future, not great. Big Bad Boss is always great. Gentleman, not a good key, not a good link. Shocking Speed, Ultimate Life Form, not a good link. Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I think I might actually put him on the same tier. I'm just not a huge fan of this cell at all. So I don't think he's better than Broly. I really don't. So I'm actually going to put them both on the same tier here. All right, so they're both going to be on the bottom tier. This does not mean that they're bad at all. It just means that there's characters much better than them. So if we go over to units that are just a little bit better than them, I got to go with LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, you guys might be wondering, like, wait a second, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku already? Here's why. So if we take a look, causes mega colossal damage, greatly lowers defense, causes mega colossal damage, or what was the other one? Greatly lowers defense, and then the other one, chance to stun, that's cool. Rare chance to stun, which is only like, what, 5%, 10%, whatever the case is. Gives himself 120% defense, that's awesome. Attack 180% and defense minus 70 when performing an ultra super attack. His defense gets pretty bad when he does, his ultra super attack. And if he's not doing his ultra super attack, he is not hitting that hard at all. Far too gimmicky, in my opinion. You could make him work if you're putting him on teams built around himself. And then he does like absolutely god tier damage, but he's not here to tank. Like, that's not his objective. He's there just to output as much damage as possible. But unfortunately, it's only his 18 key that's going to be good. Like, that's the Mega Colossal, right? That's about it. This 12 key is doing Colossal, and he's got a chance to stun, but he's not gaining anything off of it. So, because he can put out so much damage, I will put him in King Yama tier. I'll put him a little bit higher than the others. Can I make this a little bit bigger? Yeah, I think this is good, right? Stretch it out a little bit more. So, in that same regard, another unit that is very similar to how that works is Goten and Trunks. I would put Goten and Trunks on the same tier as the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because they're there really just to do one thing, and that's just to do damage. Like, that's all they're there for, right? So here they are right here, and they're also another unit that's very gimmicky. So if we take a look at their 12 key super attack, the 12 key lower zone attack for 1 turn causes colossal damage to the enemy. That's terrible. So what ends up happening is if they go, their super attacks have like different effects. So they're different fusion effects, right? So if we take a look here, 18 key causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, raises defense by 30% for 1 turn. The super attack transformation, 30% of the chance for the super attack to transform. Increase attack and defense for 1 turn. Power will increase more if super attack level reaches 20. Super attack 30%. Super attack will be increased even more. So essentially what happens is he can either go base form, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan 3. You always want him to go Super Saiyan 3 because it's going to do an insane amount of damage. His passive, key plus 3 to 9 randomly at start of turn. Attack 120% when performing a super attack. So he's going to raise his own defense by 30%. So that's pretty good. He's got a ton of attack links, as you can see here. He just does insane damage. Again, gimmicky, because sometimes you can end up lowering your own attack, which is super frustrating when you get that. But besides that, as you can see, they have pretty good links. Shattering the Limit, Shocking Speed, that's good. And then, like, on the teams that they're going to be on, Youth, stuff like that, Z Fighters, 15% attack is fantastic. Innocence, 10% attack. Prodigy's 10% attack. Budding Warrior, not a lot of units have that, but again, another 10%. So that's pretty crazy. That's at 45% attack just from links. That's really, really strong. So I do like these boys. I haven't really been talking about leader skills, though. I should go back and kind of mention these leader skills. So these guys, Super AGL, key plus 4, HP attack and defense 100%. So they are more key than your standard 120% leads, which is pretty solid. The Super Saiyan 3 Goku is the same thing, except for tech. And then if we take a look at the Broly, and one of the reasons why he's got to be on the lower tier, as well as the Cell, if we take a look, he's got Ki plus 4, HP attack and defense 100%. That's fantastic, right? Still, he's the physical one. But the Broly, obviously, only 90%. So, you know what? Maybe I will move them up. I think I'll move these guys up to the King Kai tier. I'll move them up to there just because of the leader skill. Just because of the leader skill, boost it up a little bit more. The fact that they get 1 more key and 10% more attack, I may switch that before I finish, but I think I'm okay with this as it stands here. Okay, so if we move up, we got a lot of units left. We got a ton of units left. So let's take a look. The Gohan, okay. Gohan is, again, I'm gonna, should I put him in the Supreme Kai tier? So far, I'm gonna leave him in the King Kai tier, and let's take a look at the Gohan. So, this Gohan just does, again, he's another unit, so you can kind of see a theme coming, guys. These dudes do so much damage. Attack 18% for every orb he gets. Ki plus 1 whenever Ki is raised with Ki Sphere, so that means he's getting 2 Ki for every normal orb he gets, and then 3 with purple. He's got a lot of key links, as you can see, so getting his 18 key is just like dumb easy. He causes mega colossal damage, greatly raises attack for 1 turn. He has no defense though, so yeah, I think I will leave him in the King Kai tier. This is kind of like the does a ton of damage, no defense whatsoever tier. He's gotten better though because of the teams that he can be put on. Like that's just a no-brainer. Like he's on some great category leads, even though he's a 90% lead, because he does so much damage and he links so well with so many other characters. I'm gonna have to leave him on that tier. Like Fierce Battle, Shocking Speed, Prepared for Battle, Kamehameha. Gaze of Respect is pretty bad, but Super Saiyan, like, come on, that's yeah, definitely need to put him there. Definitely need to put him there. Now, if we keep going, I think this, I believe I'm going to take this Majin Vegeta, and I'm going to put him here as well, because he's going to be, again, we're sticking with the same theme, Attack Beast. Attack Beast. So you actually want to, if you're facing only one enemy, always do his 12 key super attack, because it does mega colossal damage here, as you can see. It's got a low chance to stun the enemy. But if you're doing the 18 key, he actually does all enemies. Unfortunately, it's only colossal damage. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to do a lot of single target damage, you only want to get a 12 key. He's a 90% lead as well. But again, I mean, look at these links. Shatter the Limit, Over the Flash, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Pride, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race. Guess who has those links? Every Vegeta in the game ever. You know, Legendary Power, obviously. Attack 150% when performing a super attack. So this dude is just an offensive beast. Fantastic links on a ton of categories. His leader skill kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? So let's get rid of that. I think we can move on up to the next tier. Let me see if anybody else would be below. No, okay, so I think we can finally move up with these guys on Supreme Kai tier. So Trunks and Mai. Trunks and Mai is an interesting card. I wish that they were better. Their Time Travelers Ki +4 HP attack and defense 130%. And as you can see, their 12 key super attack, colossal damage, 25% chance to stun. Their 18 key Mega Colossal, 50% chance to stun. That's really solid, right? Fantastic. They give themselves 70% attack, and then attack and defense 70%, up to 70% per Time Traveler's category allies on the team. And they give themselves 6 key and high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, when there's a Future Saga category enemy. So already that's kind of annoying that they only give themselves 6 key and a 50% chance of dodging if they're facing Future Saga, because there's not a ton of Future Saga enemies out there. I mean, you're going to be facing like what? Goku Black, Zamasu, who else are like Future Saga enemies? Merge Zamasu, like I said Goku Black already. Like some of the Dragon Ball Future... No, they're not even Future Saga. They're Time Travelers. Yeah, so that's about it. There's not a lot of Future Saga enemies. Are the Android 18 and 17, but they have to say Future in their name. I don't even know if... I don't think Cell is Future Saga. I think he's Time Traveler. So very limited amount of bosses you can actually face and get that extra enhanced, passive. And again, if you're not on a Time Travelers team, if you're bringing them on a different squad that's not Time Travelers, then they're just not getting that passive. They're not getting that extra 70%. So that really brings them back. Now, when they are on a team, and again, you can put them on a lot of different teams that may not be the Time Travelers category that are going to have Time Travelers on that team. And then they're going to perform very, very well, especially with the chance of 50% stunning. That's awesome. And their links are not bad either. Like Brainiacs is good, Cold Judgment, that's good defense. Courage, okay. Dismal Future, okay. Not a lot of units are going to have that. Prepare for Battle, always good. Fierce Battle, always good. So I think I will put them there just because it makes the Time Travelers team so good, especially if you're running super units on there. And again, a lot of categories have Time Travelers. I kind of made fun of the fact that if you have them on a different category, they don't do that well, but there's a lot of units that are Time Travelers that are going to be on their other categories. So just keep that in mind, like Joint Forces and stuff like that, right? So yeah, who would be next? So I think how many categories do we have? 3. Okay, so yeah, I think I can I think I could put Beerus on this tier here. I think I could put Beerus and Whis on this tier comfortably, right? Beerus and Whis, here's why. Super Strength, key plus 4 HP attack and defense 100%. That's great, right? 12 key, causes colossal damage, recovers 7% HP. Fantastic. 18 key, recovers 12% while doing Mega Colossal. That's really good. Attack 80%, attack and defense 60% for 5 turns after receiving attack. So very similar to the Tech EZA Beerus. Godly Power, Prodigies, Innocence, Connoisseur, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle. All good links except for Connoisseur. Connoisseur is pretty garbage. Really the best linking partner you have is the Tech EZA Beerus. Like, that's your best linking partner. Unless if you're running like this guy, right? The TUR version of him. In that case, like, Innocence, Prodigy, Shocking Speed, Connoisseur, Godly Power. The only thing you're going to be missing is, Legendary Power, and that's it, I think, yeah. So this dude hits really hard. He can defend decently well because he gains that 60% defense, which is solid. His offense is just amazing. And again, he could be like on Realm of God. He could be on like a few other categories that are just pretty solid. Like, he's just a good unit all around. He's really solid. And I think even though he's much older than the Trunks and Mai, I can see them being comparable in power level, very similar in strength. So I think I'm comfortable with leaving him there. Who else do I... Yeah, I think I will put the... LR Bartok on that same tier. LR Bartok, super good. I really enjoyed this this card here. You can get him to do quite a bit of damage. He's the physical key plus 4 HP attack and defense 100%. And as you can see here, he gives himself attack and defense 70%, which is great. He also gives himself an additional 30% attack when performing an Ultra Super, so you always want to make sure he's doing that. And if he's facing 2 or more enemies, he gains 60% defense. Now, if he's facing only 1 enemy, he's gaining 4 key. So if he's facing 2 or more enemies, then he's going to get tanky. If he's facing only 1 enemy, then he's going to work easier towards that 18 key super attack, which is going to allow him to do that extra damage. So that's actually fantastic. The 12 key greatly raises attack for 1 turn, which is amazing. And then the 18 key causes mega colossal damage and guaranteed steal super attack, unless obviously if they're immune to it. So just really good on a million different categories, which is awesome. His links are pretty good too, like especially with Gokus and things of that nature. Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Team Bartok, Saiyan Pride, Prepare for Battle, Shattering the Limit. Like, just a lot of key, a lot of attack. That's good. So I just have a soft spot in my heart for Bartok. Very, very good card there, as you can see. Would I put... So we're starting to get close, and as you can see, this list is going to be very top heavy. This list is going to be... You know what? I think I will put this LR Trunks on this list here. So I used to think this man was the worst LR in the game, because he only had that 50% chance to to crit only when he's doing his ultra. But he's grown on me. He's one of the OG LRs. So if you look, his 12 key causes colossal damage to enemy, raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. And his 18 key causes mega colossal damage, raises defense by 30% for 3 turns, right? So if we take a look, his passive, attack 120, high chance to perform a critical hit. Royal Lineage, Cold Judgment, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, Shattering the Limit, Legendary Power. The reason why this guy has gotten so much better is a lot of events actually reward having that 30% defense, so you want to put a ton of additional into him so he can additional, like, maybe do 2 super attacks, and then he'll have 60% defense. And then the next turn, let's just say he only does it once, 30%, that'll be 90. And then let's just say he does another 2 super attacks, right? So he'll be at, 120 and then 150% defense. So he can get very, very good. Not to mention, he's got that Cold Judgment for 20% defense. And now on the categories that he's on, like Future Saga, Time Travelers, things like that, there's a lot of other Super Saiyan Trunks or Trunks style, and a lot of support units, whether it's the Super Saiyan, I was going to say Super Saiyan Blue, but whether it's the Super Saiyan Future Trunks that is the EZA that gives him support, or it's the Mai from Future, the Intelligence Mai, that gives Time Traveler, 40% attack and defense. So that can really shore up his deficiencies. And so he can do a ton of damage, still get that 50% chance to crit while not taking damage. So very, very solid unit. Really got helped out by other units coming in, and like players or characters that you would put on his team just really clean up his deficiencies. So very, very good for him. Good job, Trunks, even though you didn't do anything. So now we're starting to look at some of the really good units here. And this is going to be difficult because we got 3 tiers. Okay, so I think I'm just trying to think of how I want to do this. Yeah, I think that this is going to be tricky. These guys have to show up here. I'm going to leave them here. This might be a difficult one, but this is the Goku Trio, GT Trio, Goku, Pan, and Trunks. They're really good. 12 key, colossal damage to enemy, raises defense by 33% for 1 turn. 18 key, raises defense 33% for 3 turns. Mega colossal damage, obviously. They're Dragon Ball Seekers category, key plus 4, HP, attack and defense 170%. And then attack and defense 77% when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack 77% if it is an ultra super attack. Key plus 1 per Dragon Ball Seekers category ally on the team. So really, really good. One unfortunate thing is that they only gain the attack and defense 77% when performing a super. And then they gain a hell of a lot of attack when they do an ultra super attack. So if they're not able to super attack, then obviously they're going to have trouble. But it does shore up that problem by giving them key for every Dragon Ball Seekers, ally. Unfortunately, if you have them on like the youth category, which I'm pretty sure they're on, then they're not going to have really. Well, actually, there are a decent amount of Dragon Ball Seeker category on the youth. So maybe I should put them. I think I will put them higher. I think they'll be the first in God of Destruction tier. I think so. Yeah, they're good enough to be up there. Now, a unit that is really solid, and you guys might be surprised that he's this high. LR Goku Black and Zamasu, I am putting up in God of Destruction tier. Some of you guys might rate him lower, but yeah, I'm very high on these boys because they just do a lot well, right? So their 12 key causes colossal damage to enemy, raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. We talked about how invaluable that is, but look at their 18 key. Raises defense by 30% for 6 turns, so that's amazing. Their tech type, key plus 3 HP, attack and defense 90%. Their leader skill hurts them a bit, but recover 50% HP at the start of turn, attack 30% with each attack received up to 120%. They can do an insane amount of damage once they stack up their passive here. Big Bad Bosses is there, which is fantastic. Fierce Battle, awesome. Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future. Nightmare, 10% attack. Fear and Faith, 2 key. So they have a ton of key to be able to get their 18 key, get that defense up for 6 turns. And remember, that stacks. So that stacks. It's fantastic. And they recover 15% HP. Like, these dudes are still so solid. Like, so good. And the fact that they link up with, like, everybody and their brother is just amazing. Like, there's so many characters like these that just link up perfectly with them that I have to continue rating them high. I gotta. They're so freaking good. So they are up there for sure. They're definitely up there. I think I'll put the LR Full Power Frieza in this same tier here. The Full Power Frieza... Yeah, I think I will put them in the same tier, just because of the fact that they do have like kind of that wonky mechanic, right? That full power category, key plus 4, HP, attack and defense, 130%. That's solid, right? 12 key, causes mega colossal damage to enemy while sacrificing 8% HP. And then the 18 key, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage. So the reason why he sacrifices HP is because of his passive. He gets stronger and stronger the less HP you have, all the way down to 30% HP or less, you're gaining like a ton of attack and ki. Not to mention you perform a crit when you're down there. Great links, but again, the problem is you have to be below 30% HP to be at his maximum attack and defense. Now, even if you're at like 70%, 50%, you're going to be doing a ton of damage. But getting down there is really dangerous. Here's the conundrum with that. Is if you're in an event where you can get down to 30% HP or less, then you're in an event that it is dangerous to get to that level. So it's a huge double-edged sword, because it's like, all right, I want to get him to his max attack, but by the fact that I got down there in health means that I can probably get one shot, so it's really dangerous. So you could theoretically put him lower, but yeah, I think God of Destruction tier is good enough for him. I'm also going to put Bojack in this tier as well. So again, another old school LR, but people sleep on how good Bojack actually is. Like, intelligence ki +4, HP attack and defense 100%, 12 ki causes colossal damage, greatly lowers defense, 18 ki mega colossal damage, raises extreme class allies attack by 40% for a turn. Amazing, right? Attack and defense 80% plus an additional attack boost by up to 70%. The more HP remaining. So if you're at 100%, you're getting 70. You drop down 10%, you're getting 60, etc., etc. And more defense the lower you are. So starts off at 10%. Then when you drop down in health, you're going to get 20. Drop down in health for 30, all the way up to 70%. So super, super solid. This when you drop down below 50% health, like this dude's defense is actually insane. The only thing that holds him back is his links. Like, Revival's good, Thirst for Conquest is great, Shattering the Limit is great, Big Bad Boss is really good. Galactic Warriors and Hera Clan, tough to find. Here's the Galactic Warriors. It's pretty much just all him, right? Same thing with Hera Clan. It's all him and his crew. Like, that's about it. So that's the only thing that kind of draws him back. If we ever get a Dokkan Awakening for this card, then he's going to be absolutely insane. Especially if he stays this way, it'll be perfect. Perfect, because this Bojack will be just so darn strong. And he'll have to have a different name, right? If he's just like Bojack, then fantastic. You can link him with this dude. It'll be absolutely phenomenal. I love this art, by the way, which doesn't actually happen in the movie because this dude's already dead. It's really just these three that are fighting, if I remember correctly. Regardless, so Bojack's solid. People sleep on him. Don't forget about him. The next tier up, we won't move there yet. We will put Baby in this tier as well. So LR Baby, or LR Baby 2, whatever you want to say, Great Ape, LR Baby, he's going to be in this tier as well. So 12 ki, colossal damage to enemy, lowers attack. 18 ki, mega colossal, lowers attack and defense. That's really good, right? He's the artificial life forms, ki +4, HP attack and defense 130%. That's really solid. 100% attack and defense. Ki +3, and if you're facing a Pure Saiyans category enemy, he's going to gain another 50% attack and 3 ki, plus an additional 3 ki and attack 50% when there's a Hybrid Saiyans category enemy. He's got a high chance of turning into a giant ape when HP is 40% or less. The reason why that's so good is because, like, probably 60 to 70% of the, enemies you're going to be facing are either Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans. Like, besides that, the enemies are going to be like Cell, Frieza, some Dragon Ball Super like Jiren and stuff like that, Cooler, that. But Turles, Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, like, you know what I mean? All the Z fighters, or all the popular Z fighters, which are the majority of cards are based around in this game, are either Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans. And if he's facing both, he's going to stack both. So he can get very, very strong. I mean, I don't think I really have to go into much of why this guy is so good. He's just really solid. So, yeah, I would put him on tier. He may even go into the Grand Priest tier, but I think I'll keep him here for now. Yeah, I think I'll keep him here for now, right? Now we're getting into the Grand Priest tier. I think it's pretty obvious we want to put these guys on there. Where's the other one? Yeah, here's the other one. I think it's pretty obvious we want to put Gogeta and Vegito, aka Goku and Vegeta. Both of them, I kind of always see them as a pair. They're both fantastic. If we're taking a look at non-transform status, 12 key, colossal damage to enemy, 18 key, raises attack for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, same thing here, colossal damage, raise attack for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage. They're very, very similar. Fusion category, key plus 3, HP attack defense 170%, defense 130%. Patara, key plus 3, HP attack HP attack 170%, defense 130%. So super, super good here. Attack and defense 120%. Again, for these guys, same thing. Key plus 2 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained. That's just fantastic. And then when they transform, I mean, once you drop below 50% HP, it's like, it's GG, right? They're just going to win you the game. It's absolutely insane. Like, these dudes are just incredible when you get there. This guy just ignores type disadvantage or advantage. You get all your health back, attack and defense 150%, 3 key in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained, attacks effective against all types, fantastic. This cat here, counters, tremendous power, same thing, just absolutely ferocious. These guys are monstrous. They're still some of the best LRs in the game over on Global. It's just absolutely insane. So not much to say. They're incredible, right? Now, we're kind of getting slim pickings here, but I would... Do I want to put... I think I kind of do want to... You know what? I might actually move some of these guys down. I think I am going to move everyone down a smidge, because there's some cats that I don't think are worthy. So this is going to be a controversial... Will this be controversial? Yeah, so I want to make space here for Grand Priest here. So I'm actually going to move him down here. I'm going to move all these guys here. I'm going to move all these guys here. Everyone's going to move down a tier, right? Everyone's going to move down a tier. I'm going to put this dude alongside them. And this is the LR Intelligence Cell. The reason why is his category is great. Android Cell Saga, key plus 4, HP attack and defense 150%, defense 170%. His 12 key causes colossal damage, greatly lowers defense. 18 key greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Mega Colossal, attack and defense 80%, raises defense by up to 80% the more HP remaining, so he's just going to be a defensive monster to begin with. Plus an additional 1 key and attack 20% per existing enemy. So again, Super Battle Road, he's going to be good. But even the thing that makes him much, much better than the physical LR Cell is the fact that he still gets an extra defense bonus without having to have extra enemies, right? And then if you drop below 30% HP, which again is very, very hard, you get all your health back, and then he just becomes a beast, right? Just becomes a beast. 4 key, attack and defense 120%, attack and defense 20% when attacking with 4 or more key spheres. Plus an additional attack and defense 20% with 6 or more key spheres, and additional attack 20% with 8 or more key spheres. So he becomes absolutely beastly. His links are great. You know, Gentleman, whatever. Messenger from the Future, a lot of people have that. Big Bad Bosses, of course. Kamehameha, Ultimate Life Form, whatever. But Fierce Battle and Legendary Power is really, really good. But this form is just insane. This form is pretty good. Oh, that's a TUR, I'm sorry. This form here is pretty darn good, but his leader skill just it's very good. Android Cell Saga is a great leader skill. You can put a lot of people on. That's why individually, I would say when he transforms, he's on par with their transformations. And before that, I would say they're better than him, but his leader skill is on par with their leader skills. Android Cell Saga, very good category. I think I want to put speaking about androids, the LR Trio androids on this tier as well with them. So if we're taking a look at these cats, they are solid. Another android leader, key plus 4, HP attack and defense 150%. 12 key lowers attack and defense. 18 key Mega Colossal lowers attack and defense. Androids, key plus 1, attack and defense 78%. 25% chance of evading enemy's attack when HP is 66% or more. And then Android category allies, key plus 2, attack 40%. Besides like Soul versus Soul, which is horrible, all their other links are good, and like all androids are going to have for the most part. And then when he transforms to the which they actually don't have it here, which is really odd. When he transforms into the 16, he gives himself like attack and defense 200%. Absolutely insane, right? So really, really good card. Would I keep them in the same tier? I think so. I'll keep them for now. I might change it. So I think the next tier is going to be pretty stacked. So we're going to move Goku Frieza into Grand Priest tier. So now we're starting to get... if you got these guys, consider yourself lucky, right? If you got these guys, consider yourself very, very lucky. So Representative Universe 7, category Key +3, HP attack and defense 177%. This team is very good on global. Very good, especially if you have all the units, like so strong. 12 key, colossal damage, lowers attack. 18 key, mega colossal damage, lowers attack and defense. And then you have their passive, 77% attack and defense when attacking, plus an additional 77% attack when performing ultra super attack, plus an additional 77% attack when the target is in attack down status. So they're actually insane. Unfortunately, if they get hit before they're able to attack, then they get mollywopped. But besides that, their defense is pretty solid. Their super attack is really high. They just do a ton of damage, and their category is absolutely insane. Plus, they can get put into, like, you know, Universal Survival Saga, Joint Forces, Representative Universe 7, like, just super good. So, yeah, they're just absolutely insane. They definitely deserve to be in Grand Priest tier. And then you're going to have the Vegeta and Goku. I'm going to put Vegeta, Goku in the same tier. Again, I'm putting it as tier. I do think the Goku is a bit better than the Vegeta, but I'll explain why. So if we go to the Goku first, right? This dude is solid. Solid as heck. Goku's family, Key +3, HP attack and defense 170%. Amazing. 12 key, massively raises defense for 1 turn. Causes colossal damage to the enemy. 18 key, massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes mega colossal damage to enemies. So really solid. This passive is insane. Attack 80%, defense 20%, start a turn, up to 80%, plus an additional 2 key per rainbow or AGL sphere. Medium chance of evading enemy super attack, countering with tremendous power. So great links, obviously, with these type of units. It is what it is. The reason why I'm going to put Vegeta in the same tier is because they are the two sides of the same coin, right? So Vegeta pretty much has all the same stats. Massively raises attack for the 12 key, massively raises attack and defense for the 18 key, and starts off with the defense and then gains the attack. So this Vegeta is really solid for something like Super Battle Road, because he's going to have that 80% attack or 80% defense bonus to start off with, and then gains that greatly. You know, when you do the 18 key, massively raises attack and defense, which is absolutely fantastic. That's another 100%, right? So he's going to be just a tanky beast. The Goku is going to be a hard-hitting beast to begin with, and then he'll gain tankiness later on. So I think they're both like just super good, and I'd probably say Goku's family is a bit better category, but Vegeta's family does have some amazing units on it. So you can argue that Goku can be on a higher tier. Like maybe you would put Vegeta down here, but I kind of put him better than any of these units here. Like I would put him better than any of these units. So by default, I'm going to put him on the Grand Priest tier. Now, also who should be on Grand Priest tier is LR Tech Broly. LR Tech Broly. Man, this video is going on long, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Just getting my opinion on this. Super Saiyan Broly, this man is absolutely insane. Resurrected Warriors, Key +4, HP attack and defense 130%. Causes colossal damage, lowers defense. Mega colossal damage greatly lowers defense. As you can see, his passive, 90% attack and defense. When performs a super, plus an additional 50%. If it's an ultra super attack, launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. It's when he transforms, because his transformation is so easy to get, right? He gains attack and defense 100%. First off, let's take a look at that art. Awesome, right? Attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack, plus an additional 88% attack if it's an ultra super attack. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when he's only facing 1 enemy. Launches additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. So, like, alright, this dude's just absolutely insane. The amount of damage he can do, plus his passive skill, or his active skill, is just bananas. Like, he's one of the hardest hitting units in the game. He links so well with other units. Berserker, Prepare for Battle, Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Legendary Power. Like, he's just absolutely monstrous. His HP is high as hell. His attack is high as hell. His defense is nothing to sneeze at. Just an amazing unit. Definitely deserves to be in the Grand Priest tier, up with some of these, Dokkan Fest LRs. So just quite an amazing character. The other unit that I'm going to put in this tier is Super Saiyan Gohan, aka Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. This dude is just so good, who could have been the best character in the game. His category is bananas. It's one of the best in the game. Ki plus 3, HP, 130%, attack and defense, 170% to Kamehameha. His 12 key raises defense, so he stacks defense. His 18 key also stacks defense but causes Mega Colossal damage. He gives himself 100% attack and defense, plus 1 key and additional 10% attack and defense at the start of each turn. Up to 5 key, up to 70% attack and defense. So after 7 turns, he's 170% attack and defense, and he's 5 key. His links are great, as you can see, just really solid. The main problem is it's so difficult to get him to transform. Like, if we take a look here, your HP has to be 58% or less with Android 16 on the team, or it has to be 58% or less with an Android category ally on the team or Android enemy. And then it'll start from the 5th turn from battle. Now, the 5th turn is not a big deal, to be honest, because by the time you get down to 58% HP, it'll probably be around the 5th turn or beyond, right? So that's not a big deal. But the fact that it can only be with an Android's category ally or Android category enemy, that means that you have to have, you have to only play him on Siblings Bond, and you have to have, what's his face? Is he even on Siblings Bond? Yeah, I thought he was. Well, you can put him under Goku's Family / Siblings Bond with LR Gobros and have Android 17 on that team. Or put him on Kamehameha team and just have like a random Android 16 on there. Because there's not even like a super type AGL Android that you can put. Like, it just boggles the mind how dumb his active skill requirement is. But if you're able to get him to transform, then he's monstrous, right? Like, he does, I think he can get the highest single attack stat in the game with like 20 million. And obviously, and that's not on a non-nuking team. Like, just on a double 170% lead, he can get up to like 21 million attack stat. Like, it's actually insane how much damage he can do. So this dude is bonkers. Definitely deserves to be up there, no matter what people say. Probably people try to downplay Gohan. He's amazing. Even in his non-transformed state, he's amazing. Now, Xeno tier, I mean, it's the last two. It's the last two. LR Kale and Caulifla, LR Go Bros. We'll start with LR Kale and Caulifla first. I won't go too deep into them, simply because, like, I mean, everything's already been said about these two already. We'll get these, we'll get the other ones ready here too. The fact that it's not only, like, if you guys don't know what they do, all right, first off, we'll talk about what they do first, and then we'll kind of end the video because we've been going for almost an hour. Raises defense, causes colossal damage. Raises defense, causes mega colossal damage. They're the Joint Forces lead. Ki plus 4, HP attack and defense 130%. They give themselves 66% attack and defense, and they are going to always do an additional attack that has a chance of becoming a super attack, right? Does it give them a chance of doing a super attack, or is it just a normal additional attack? I forget. Either way, they gain 1 key and 6% dodge every time they attack. So if you're doing them after, that means that they're going to attack minimum twice every turn. So they're going to gain 2 key and 12% dodge every single time they attack, or every single turn, minimum. So very quickly, they'll have 66% dodge chance and 6 key. Now, if you have a Universe 6 Joint Forces or Pure Saiyans unit ally on the team, they're going to gain attack 10% per person per category. So if you have, for example, the Kalen Caulifla TUR, who's on Universe 6, who's on Joint Forces, and who's on Pure Saiyans, they'll gain 30% attack from that one unit because it's Universe 6, Joint Forces, Pure Saiyans. So 10, 10, and 10. That's 30%. And that works for every unit. So if you have like a Kaba on your team who's Pure Saiyans and Universe 6, that's 20% attack, etc., etc. Launches an additional super attack when there's a Universal Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans category enemy. Now again, Pure Saiyans makes up like 40%, 50% of enemies in the game. So you're pretty much always guaranteeing that she's going to attack 3 times, right? Pretty insane, right? Universal Survival Saga probably a little less, like Jiren hit, you know, all the other Saiyans, you know, Frieza, stuff like that. But Pure Saiyans is the majority of the game. So Vegeta's, Goku's, all that stuff. So that's guaranteeing 3 attacks. And don't forget that they're raising their defense every single time they're attacking. So they're attacking 2 to 3 times. They're stacking their defense by 30% every single time they're attacking. So people always talk about like, oh, they have to stack. The reason why people consider this LR the best in the game is because since they're attacking 2 to 3 times, 2 to 4 times every single turn, they're going to stack their defense by turn 3. Which is unheard of. There's no other unit that can stack their defense as quick as these girls. To the level that they do. Because not only are they stacking defense, they are stacking dodge as well. They're getting up to 66% dodge. Which is absolutely nuts. That's why they're overpowered, right? And equally so, you got the LR Gobros. Like, best combo category in the game, I want to say. Siblings Bond and Goku's Family. Insane, Ki plus 4, attack 170%, HP and defense 150. Goku's Family, Ki plus 3, attack 170%, HP and defense 130. 12 Ki, greatly raises attack. 12 Ki, or 18 Ki, greatly raises attack, causes Mega Colossal. But the passive is nuts, right? So, attack and defense 58%. Launches an additional attack that has a 25% chance of becoming a super. Ki plus 1 in attack and defense 10% with each attack performed. Again, each attack performed. And that's up to 5% in attack and defense 100. Disables Rampage. So, like, if we take a look at the specifics here, they can get pretty crazy because the 10% attack and defense is calculated separately, which actually gives them a 15.8% attack performed. So after 10 attacks, they're at 216%. And remember, they're attacking at least 2 times every turn. So that's 5 turns maximum that they're going to get their 216% attack defense bonus, which is absolutely amazing. Like, that's ridiculous, to be quite honest. Not to mention that they have an active skill. So when you're below 59% HP and you're facing only one enemy, from the 3rd turn and beyond, you can massively raise your attack and cause ultimate damage. So their defense, some people complain like, hey, you know, they don't stack their defense in their super attack. So that means that they do have the potential, like they're not stacking their defense indefinitely. So they do have the potential of getting hit really hard by Master Ultra Instinct Goku. But even with type disadvantage, they'll get hit in the 300,000s. But because of the team that they're on, their health is never really below 450. You know what I mean? So max, their health is never below 450. So you just got to make sure that you have your health all the way up if you're planning on getting hit by Master Ultra Instinct Goku, Gobros. But because they attack so many times and they have the ability to crit and all that stuff, it's like they could just work that dude. They could do so much damage to that dude very quickly. And besides that, and like everything else, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. So just an incredible pair here. And yeah, that would be my tier list, guys. I think that would be my tier list. So we have a lot of units here, as you can see. Man, so many free-to-plays. Look at that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 free-to-plays. That's nuts. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Wow, almost as many free-to-plays as pay-to-plays LRs. Anyway, this video has gone long enough. Appreciate you guys watching it. Let me know what you guys thought about it. There will be another LR tier list in March. Hopefully it'll be a lot shorter. So if you're just getting into the game, hopefully this helped you out. If you're brand new, haven't subscribed already, consider what you're doing for your life. Go ahead and gently rub that subscribe button, gingerly ring that bell button, essentially kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.